So now let's start with the layers. So layers are simply the categories in which you can put your objects. For example, here we have this drawing with simple line, polyline, text, dimensioning, hatches, and many other things. Now let's say that we want to put different type of objects in different categories. Then for that condition, layers can be used. So using layers, you can put all of the dimensions on a separate layer. Similarly, you can put all of the text, geometries, and hatches on different layers. So that will help you in managing the drawing more efficiently. So right now we have all of our drawings on a single layer, which is layer 0, and that can be seen here. So we have this layer 0, and which is available in the drop down. Now click on this drop down and you'll see that we have this single layer which is 0, and also this def point layer which is automatically created whenever a dimension is added. So we'll learn about this def point layer later on. Now in order to add any layer, you need to go to the layer properties manager. So click on this layer properties manager and this palette will appear. Now you can expand this palette just like any other palette, and you can change its size. Here you'll see lots of different options which are related to this layer properties manager. If these options are not clearly visible, simply right click on any one of them and select maximize all columns. So that will make all of these options visible. So right now we are not interested in these options, rather we are interested in adding more layers. So currently we have this 0 layer, and you can see this checkbox along the 0 layer that indicates that this layer is active, and all of the drawings which are made currently in this drawing area will be put on this 0 layer. Now we also have a new layer which is def point, and this is automatically added. In order to add a new layer, you need to click on this new layer icon. Now click on it and now give this layer a name. So by default it will be named as layer 1, layer 2, and so on. So I'll name it as dimensions. So I'll type dim for dimensions and click anywhere in this palette, and now click on this icon once again, and this time I'll add hatch as layer name. Click again and now click on it once again and add a new layer, text, and click anywhere else. And that's sufficient for now, but I'll create one more layer. So let's click on this again and I'll leave its name as layer 1. Now in this way we can add as many layers as we want in this list. There is no limit to that. And if you want to delete any of these layers, you can simply select that and click on this delete layer, and that layer will be deleted. There are certain restrictions and you cannot delete some of the layers, and to know that I'll select this layer 0 and I'll click on this delete. Now this warning message will appear, and that will tell you about the layers which cannot be deleted. So in this case layer 0 and def points cannot be deleted, and we were trying to delete layer 0, that's why it was not deleted. We also cannot delete the current layer. So currently active layer is layer 0. Obviously if some other layer would have been active and if you try to delete that, that will also not be deleted. Also if you have layers containing object, that won't be deleted, and also xref dependent layers. We'll learn about xrefs also later on in upcoming modules. So these are the layers that cannot be deleted. So let's close it and let's now assign different objects from this drawing to these layers. So currently we have the 0 layer active, and with that I'll close it. Now let's say that we want to first assign all of the dimensions on dim layer. For that, select any one of the dimension and then right click and select this option, select similar. So that will select all of the dimensions which are present in this drawing. Now go to this drop down and select the dim layer, and all of these objects are now present on dim layer. So let's press escape key, and if you want to check that, simply click on any of these dimensions. And when you click that, you'll notice that here we have this dim layer visible. And if you uncheck, if you press escape key, you'll see the 0 layer, which is currently active. Now in a similar way, we will assign hatch layer. So I'll select this hatch pattern and I'll go to the home tab and I'll assign it to the hatch layer. Also, we have one more hatch pattern here. So let's select it also. And let's again change this to hatch. Okay. Now we have some text here. So let's select the text, then right click, select this option, select similar. So that will select all of the text in this drawing. And once again, go to the drop down, select text. So now we have assigned some of the objects on different layers. So that was the introduction of layer. In the next video, I will tell you about changing properties of these layers.